And I believe that's when you said Slim had got shot up.
Yeah.
So when you before he even passed or anything, I could be wrong. I think he got shot on two different occasions, and he a rapper with a well known name. Did that used to like I don't want to say like shock y'all? Or did that used to be like, man, we gotta get Slim out the way. Like he about to be on his way. We need to like do something, move him out the project or protect him more, or y'all would just like Slim just
No, we say, boss, we tried, bro. But Slim, Slim had an attitude problem, bro. Like we couldn't, like I told him, even when we would go do stuff, and Slim be around, he'd be like, man, I'm coming. And we did try to protect, his mama tried to protect Miss Linda. When they moved out of the project, and Slim would sneak in the project, Miss Linda would come get him. She would come get Slim all the time, bro, all the time. Like she'd come around the corner, and we'd be sitting on the porch in the old building, and we had to see her, Miss Linda walk, she'd be walking fast. And we had to tell her, man, there go Miss Linda. Nigga be whispering, man, there go Miss Linda, whatever. And here she come. She grabbed him, get your ass out this project. They walking back home or whatever. We was trying to protect him, bro.
nah, for sure. And then when he passed, I mean, by that time, he had a well known name.
Yeah.
Slow motion definitely helped him out. But he was well known, even like in Maryland. Like we knew about Slim.
Yeah.
Did that? How did you feel when you heard that news?
I would hurt,
Because you was locked up.
Yeah, I was locked up, but it hit back there, and that's when I really seen like the impact Slim had in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about dudes from everywhere. Because I know my mentality. I'm supposed to be here with this my partner and on some Magnolia shit. Dog, I saw other dudes like cry when they, what I'm saying, from other areas and shit, and that when I knew, because I didn't realize like how big kind of Slim had got, what I'm saying? Because I wasn't on the street, when he was kind of blowing up or whatever, but, everybody felt like Slim was on his way, you know what I'm saying? But that shit hurt, bro.
Yeah, you had to feel like, we just lost.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Because, you had some rappers, Turk, Juvie.
Right.
And, they Magnolia to the bone.
Right.
But, like, it was something about Slim.
Different.
He was just different.
Yeah, he was different.
And it felt like when he made it, it felt like outside looking in. I'm not from the Magnolia, but it felt like, that was like the Magnolia right there. Like
exactly, because you look at him as he one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like the street dude. Turk was in the, but he never got a chance because he started rapping so young. So he never really became that street to where the streets really embraced him. You know what I'm saying? But Slim was one, like this a dude all us ran with, like done everything with. We know Slim was putting in work and everything, you know what I'm saying? So that one there, it was different. It was different.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we used to listen, back then you listened to the music and you couldn't just, nowadays anybody rap about killing and all these rappers be whatever, but back then you had to be about what you was rapping about or you get called out, especially where you from.
Right.
If you rapping, and that goes for like any city, if you faking the funk, man, your city gonna expose you. Yeah, and like Slim obviously never got exposed, so we felt this realness through the music.
Right.
Yeah, it was unfortunate when he passed. So how would you rank your top 3 favorite artists coming out the '90s, New Orleans? Did you like a lot of the No Limit guys over there, like C Murder, Mr. Servon?
Only one I could like I told you, I ain't listen to that Silk at all. Like I listened to that song him and Maya, but
I ain't gonna let you keep dissing my dog Silk, man. You dissed him last time, man. They gonna be in the comments killing me, man. Get off of No Limit. You a No Limit D rider. Go ahead.
Man, but
like, who was your favorite artist though growing up? Let's say that. Who's like somebody you listen to?
In the city, or just
period.
Jay-Z.
Oh yeah,
I'm a big Jay-Z fan, man.
Even back then, because we used to hear like the South didn't listen to Jay-Z.
Yeah,
we used to always hear that.
Nah, I listen to Jay. I fuck with Jay hard.
Okay. How about from the city? Who was somebody you used to listen to back then?
From the city. Had it Slim, really Slim. That's all we like. Us in the hood, like we bump Slim hard, but like I said, I like the rap. I like Scarface and shit like that. But In the city, it was Slim, and I listened to I used to like what's his name Fiend. I used to like Fiend. I used to like Fiend, but you know.
So let's say like, so what would be like? Because we know you was a good kid, but let's just say you were this street dude, right? What what would be like your preparation before you go get into something? But you know, like if you was about to go handle some business, did y'all used to like? Because you know a lot of people, I know you don't do no drugs, but I know a lot of people do drugs. A lot of people might drink, whatever the case may be. A lot of people might put on some music and while they riding out or whatever. Like, was there anything that y'all just kind of like just hop in the van and y'all just be on go?
Wasn't none of that. No, gotta get a drink first and none of that. Look, go get your gun, go get your hoodie. Cause we were playing the hoodies back then. We wasn't doing the mask thing. Everybody had like we had a house full of hoodies, so. And go get your hoodie, go get your mask. I mean your whatever gun you're gonna get, and that was it. We wasn't on nothing like that.
So you would hear like other names ringing, like in other projects, right? What would it be about certain people that have just had a name out there, like for instance, like a 10th Ward Fat, right? That's somebody that you hear about a lot. He ain't on much rap, but he got just a reputation as just, you know, a hot rapper or something. You just hear 10th Ward Fat. He was this, he was that. He had that name back then, I'm assuming. And what are like some stories that come attached to that for him to have this name in the city?
That display shit. When we talking about putting something on display, he was one of them ones. Like, and it be things like that. Like as far as that shit that'll put you, you know, all the way out there like that. You know what I'm saying? After you a couple of times of that, like, you know, it's like, you know, your name gonna really strike fear in certain places or certain. Let me say this too, and I'm gonna tell you after why I'm saying this, cause I heard somebody say about like when Gangster was going back and forth with somebody, and they was like, how do you say it? Like they team was dominant over everybody else, you know. That's bullshit. Let me tell you something, bro. Don't know dudes out no other project look at a certain project and be like, I don't want beef with them. Nobody. That the nigga said nigga line. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk dudes out the Thomas, the Melf, any other project, they don't look at no other project, you know, to where they be like, man, we don't want to get into it with them niggas. It ain't like that. And dog, and I can say this, I stand on this now, and I'd have stood on it back then. The team, the dudes that we had, I'd have take them dudes against anybody. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga was in that type of mentality, you know what I'm saying? When we was young and like if we was in the streets now, against anybody, bro. And, you know, and I want to tell Gansy this too when I was talking to him. When all of us was on the street and all of us like was together, we ain't lose nobody. Ain't nobody get killed. You know, none of that tell dudes went to, you know what I'm saying, doing a little separate thing, kind of breaking up or whatever. We ain't lose nobody, bro.
But I will say, man, I heard that Calliope was pressure.
Man,
I heard that Calliope, I heard that yo was pressure.
JB, I would have took out the team we had against anybody, and I'm sure dudes in other projects they'll say the same thing. They'll say the same thing. We ain't never, and I'm telling you, I was outside. We ain't never look at the dudes out of Cali like, man, we don't want beef. Nigga ain't never looked at it like that. We ain't had, you know, it wasn't no issues back then, no tension or nothing back then or whatever, but against anybody.
So I feel you. So it wasn't like, because you hear people talk about the yo all the time and all the steppers they had and how vicious they were. So they didn't, you would say like, because the way I envision it is like, you had a party, let's just say you had a party, good time, and then the yo walk in, it's like a dark cloud just follow them in, like, oh shit, the yo in here, man. Like, you know something about to go down. It wasn't like that kind of like fear factor, quote unquote, like when you kind of ran into different projects out there, like not fear factor, like you scared, but like kind of like more so be on point. Like they in here, like let's be on point. Party over. Stop dancing with that girl, post up, and let's see what they on. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like kind of like that. Like
I never says that. And like I said, I was outside. I ain't no dude that was just on pictures with them niggas. I was outside. I never like looked at them dudes like that. Never. And I know they was about their business the same way they knew dudes from other projects, was about their business or whatever. But I never, and I can speak for every dude that ran with us. We ain't never looked at them dudes, like that or whatever.
Right, yeah, like y'all not had no side conversations like, man, yeah, right.
It was a risk. But we know, like I say, they about their business like they know every other hood. Got their group of dudes that's with whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
All right, well, let me ask then. So back then, who had like the top three? Give me the top three projects that had like the biggest name though, just for being kind of like notorious. Like what was the top three?
I think it was us, the St. Thomas, and the Calliope. I think it was
St. Thomas had some.
Yeah. St. Thomas, because they had a beef with our project, and I was young. I wasn't outside like that then. Like, and I remember them coming back there. You know what I'm saying? It was, it had to be them three.